Straight ahead on 12 News, a berry bumper crop.
This season has been the season to die for.
What's made Minnesota's berry season especially sweet? Then, something we all need to take a closer look at, what eye doctors say we're not doing enough of. But first, big changes ahead for Osseo area schools, impacting every school in the district. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Planning is well underway for significant changes at Osseo area schools.
Eric Nelson joins us now to explain how a grade configuration plan will impact the classroom. Eric?
Yes, Mike and Alex, we are smack dab in the middle of summer vacation, but the Osseo School District has plenty to focus on because the status quo is about to change.
It just has lots of benefits for our students, and that's why we're doing it, for the benefit of our students.
Change is in the air at Maple Grove, Osseo, and Park Center High Schools. Beginning in the fall of 2015, those schools will add a grade. 9th through 12th will be the new norm.
Definitely a good thing.
The Osseo School District has wanted to change its grade configuration for some time. Most of Minnesota's 70 school districts already have adopted this plan.
And as a result, we're adding 9th grade, about 400 to 500 9th graders at each of the 3 high schools.
Of course, there is a cost to make room for more crimson colors, a new flock of orioles, and a growing pirate population. The total tab for high school expansion and renovation is roughly $20 million.
Osseo Senior High is our oldest, and the difference between when that was built and Maple Grove is about 50 years, and Park Center was built in the interim about 1971.
Because of these age differences, each school has unique needs.
Each high school is really different, so each one has an individualized plan about what we need to do to get that school ready.
Now, these changes will affect more than the high schools. The new configuration means it will be K through the 5th grade at the elementary level, and junior high will be 6th through 8th. Mike?
All right, Eric, thank you. Brooklyn Center Police are calling the death of a 14-month-old girl in a driveway a tragic accident.
When officers arrived, it was obvious that the child was deceased, and at this time, we believe it's a horrible accident. A family member backed down the driveway and struck the child.
The child was run over by an SUV Monday afternoon in the 5400 block of Colfax Avenue. Police say a family member had just started the grill and was trying to move the vehicle away from it when the accident happened.
There was 3 young kids, and he needed to back up the car, and when he did, he saw two of the other kids out of the way and didn't realize that the other child was still behind the vehicle.
Police say the driver is cooperating with police and was tested for drugs and alcohol, which is standard procedure, and police do not believe that either was a factor.
In 6 years, as baby boomers retire, it's estimated 50% of the workforce will be made up of millennials, those born between 1981 and 2001. The city of Brooklyn Park is taking a proactive approach to that changing demographic by looking at options to make the city an attractive employer for top millennial talent. It could be by providing more freedom and flexibility for a younger generation of workers to balance work and home life. Possibilities include offering paid parental leave and perhaps tuition reimbursement for advanced education.
We compete for talent. I mean, you can go work in any city, you can go work in the private sector, and we're all going to be competing for a smaller pool. And so the more that we can make this place a great environment for people to do work, we want to do that.
The city plans to continue its discussions on the topic this fall with a decision perhaps before early next year.
Meanwhile, Brooklyn Park is welcoming a future charter school, but its approval did not come without debate. Noble Academy is a proposed K-8 charter school geared toward the Hmong community. It would be built southwest of Highways 610 and 169. The city considers that area a key site for high-end development. And Councilmember Mike Trepanier feels it's not an appropriate site for a school. Councilmember Rich Gates also voted against rezoning the land for the project.
We already have 27 schools. We have over 1,300 acres of non-taxable land in this city that's not city-owned. The residents spoke to me They said no more non-taxable land in the city.
I don't think schools like this want to be in the middle of an industrial area necessarily. I don't think they want to be in the middle of a residential area. Some do. It's hard to do that though because the land's taken. So where are they going to go? This is it.
Noble Academy could eventually expand to high school grades. Brooklyn Park currently has 4 other charter schools in the city: Excel, Prairie Seed, Sage, and Atlas Leadership Academies.
At Robbinsdale Middle School, a new principal will take over this fall. George Nolan has been hired to replace John Cook, who left to become the assistant principal at Cooper High School. Nolan is currently the principal of South Junior High School in St. Cloud. Robbinsdale administrators say Nolan has earned the respect of his peers for his ability to nurture diversity and also build community. July is prime berry picking month in Minnesota, and this year's berry crop has been especially good.
Lots of folks in our area were out at Bauer Berry Farm in Champlin today, foraging, picking, and hoping to savor strawberries. 12 News reporter Carissa Wyant takes us there.
We've been doing this now 36 years. It's the best ever.
You're gonna take a right, you're gonna go all the way down the fence line.
Summer seems to be one of the shortest seasons in Minnesota, but it's not without some sweet rewards.
Oh, I love these. Fresh, and they raise them organically, and they're good. They're so good.
You'll find the gems, like this one, down underneath.
Folks here at Bauer Berry Farm in Champlin are enjoying a berry picking bonanza.
It's fun. It's just genuine fun.
Looking at this scene almost makes one forget about Minnesota's seemingly everlasting winter, which delayed the crop a bit.
We were concerned about all the rain in the beginning of the year, and we wondered if we were ever going to have a crop, but it worked out.
This year's bumper crop can be attributed to 2 reasons: cooler weather and the right amount of rain at his farm.
This is almost like a kingberry. That's the first berry of the season. That's for July 7th.
Bauer has been in the berry business for decades and says that this year is one for the record books.
This season has been the season to die for.
There's a lot of berries this year, like a lot.
We've had more people come and go.
People have been going 10 feet and filling up their 10-pound flat.
And we've had more berries to harvest than we have had ever.
Not just strawberries, but also raspberries and blueberries that are having their best season ever. These are pretty good. They'd be good in a pie, a cobbler, a jam, or there's Farmer Bauer's favorite way.
I eat them right out of the field. That's my favorite. It really is.
They taste so much better than store-bought berries.
Mary Wilson of Plymouth, who has been bringing her children here for years, shares one berry picking technique.
I had one child who he'd pick one, eat one, pick one, put it in his bucket, pick one, eat one. And it was so funny.
On a good day, folks pick about 4,000 pounds of nature's candy out here.
Today is the 8th of July, and we are still picking really nice-sized berries. It's incredible.
And with about a week left of prime strawberry picking season, the message is, get them while you can.
It makes my mouth tingle. It's just really good.
In Champlin, Carissa Wyant.
Thanks for coming out.
12 News.
Bauer's Berry Farm also has blueberries you can pick yourself, and they're open mornings from 8 a.m. to noon and Tuesday nights from 5 to 7. Coming up, setting our sights on something we don't do enough of.
In Health Check, why we need to focus more on our eyes. Then later in sports, a local boxer is named Minnesota's best.
But first, cool, refreshing, comfortable. Simply put, no signs of any road buckling heat.
Experts consistently stress the importance of wearing sunscreen when you go outside, but that's not the only part of the body that needs protection.
Your eyes are just as sensitive, and failure to protect them could lead to some serious consequences. In today's Health Check report, Blaine Cleveland takes a look at the importance of sunglasses.
A trip to the swimming pond at Elm Creek Park.
Please stay off the silver filters in the pond and the box filters surrounding the pond.
Requires following a few rules.
Sitting on or jumping off other people's shoulders is not allowed.
One of the things not required by the park, though, is protection from the sun.
Gotta cover it all.
But Pamela Bazzarali of Brooklyn Park knows better than that.
We grew up in a beach town, so very sunny.
Which is why she, her mom, and the girl they're babysitting all have on eye protection.
Very sensitive eyes.
Other people at the beach have taken precautions as well.
I think that people could do better.
Yet, according to Dr. Tina McCarty of the Eye Care Center in Maple Grove, people need to do a better job of putting on the shades.
Only 40% of adults are wearing them, and less than 15% of kids are wearing sunglasses.
Dr. McCarty says that literally every time a person steps outside, they should be wearing sunglasses that provide UV protection and a proper fit.
Sunglasses are so important to protect the eye from harmful UV rays that can cause damage to the inside structures of the eye, can cause cataracts, macular degeneration, growths on the front surface of the eye, but also skin cancer around the eyes.
To demonstrate, she grabbed a UV light that mimics the sun.
When the sun is coming up in the morning, you'll see that this is about 8 to 10 a.m. and it's a direct hit right to our eyes. Then, of course, when the sun is coming back down again and it's mid to late afternoon, the sunlight exposure is actually more pronounced again.
She says the absolute best way to protect yourself is to wear sunglasses that wrap around the eyes and put on a hat.
Now we've got a couple layers of protection where it's very difficult to get that sun exposure to our eyes.
Just a few simple steps to keep in mind for a day at the beach. In Maple Grove, Blaine, Cleveland, 12 News.
And if you think your eyes are safe during season changes, the experts say think again. Eye doctors say sunglasses are just as important in the fall, winter, and spring as they are in the summer. Of course, in the winter, there's that snow glare.
That's right, off the snow.
Yeah, always wear. Coming up, how life is a breeze in the Three Rivers Park District.
But first in sports, get set for the 30th edition of the Schwann's USA Cup Youth Soccer Tournament. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back.
Well, hope you're ready for some soccer. There's about 1,000 soccer clubs hitting the North Metro in what, matter of minutes?
Well, yeah, a matter of days anyway. Yeah. Some coming for the weekend, some coming for the next week's tournament, and some playing in both tournaments. So, yeah, there'll be a lot going on. Despite the U.S. team's ouster, there is still plenty of World Cup fever in the Twin Cities. The 30th edition of the Schwann's USA Cup Youth Soccer Tournament starts later this week. 12 Sports' Jay Wilcox talks with a USA Cup representative.
Thanks very much, John. And soccer fever very much in evidence around the country right now. We're joined by Barclay Cruz from the USA Cup. And how big is it when it's a World Cup year, and especially one with as much interest as there's been this year?
Yeah, it amps up the excitement for sure. USA Cup, obviously being a soccer tournament, these are soccer fans that are coming to the tournament. A lot of interest. It would have been great if USA had gone another game or two in there, but you know, these people care about soccer, and they're going to follow the World Cup no matter who's playing.
Do you take some pride in the fact that your tournament has helped to boost interest, and now those people are becoming adults and still following it like they are?
Yeah, no question about it. A lot of the fans, I think, have become younger fans in their 20s and 30s of soccer. I mean, they grew up playing the game. They know the game. They're the people going to these viewing parties, and you know, they're really very educated on the game, and USA Cup played a part in that, I think.
Are you excited about what you have coming in this year?
Yeah, we have 1,060 teams, and actually it's 19 countries and 21 states. We broke our record number of teams last year by 43 teams, so we couldn't be happier about the number of teams.
Excess water has been a concern for a lot of people around the state. With the rains we've had, how are the fields holding up out here, though?
The fields are awesome. We got rain last night, so they're a little wet right now, but the forecast the rest of the week is dry and they look good. Obviously, we haven't had to invest much into irrigation this spring. A lot of it's just been natural rain falling. And
well, in addition to some of the new countries coming in, Barclay, anything else new and exciting that people should watch for this year?
Well, there's one notable thing. Minnesota United FC, the pro soccer team that plays here at the National Sports Center Stadium, has 2 games scheduled, one regular league game against Carolina, and then the notable game will be a game against Swansea City. This is the first time an English Premier League team has ever played in Minnesota. Soccer fans in the state are really excited about that. It's a notable occasion, and we're expecting a sellout in the stadium that night.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Barclay. Best of luck with the tournament.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, Barclay Cruz from the Schwann's USA Cup. It gets started with the weekend tournament this coming weekend. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Jay. There will be viewing parties for the World Cup third place and championship games at the National Sports Center complex. USA Cup weekend tournament starts on Friday. Last week, we brought you the story of how the new Armstrong-Cooper boys hockey merger is working over the summer. While there are a lot of options out there for hockey players, Cooper's top returning player says he's leaning toward playing for the Armstrong squad. Number 23, Trey Rooney, is coming off a sophomore season in which he netted 36 goals and 33 assists. He's broken most of the Hawks' scoring records. Trey, who is the son of longtime Cooper coach Bill Rooney, has been skating in the Armstrong-Cooper summer program and says he hopes to be part of the team come November.
As of right now, yes, but you never know what happens. I don't know what's going to happen in the fall. I might play with NA Magicians, some junior team, and then I don't know, or the Elite League. But yeah, I want to play here, so that's what I want to do. I want to play ice hockey. I don't want to leave and go play juniors somewhere.
Finally, an Osseo High School graduate and his success in the ring has earned him the title of Minnesota Boxer of the Year. 30-year-old Caleb Truax was named Boxer of the Year by the Minnesota Boxing Hall of Fame. In 2013, Truax won all 3 of his fights, 2 of them by technical knockout and 1 by decision. He fought to a draw in January. For his pro career, Caleb has a record of 23 wins, including 14 knockouts, 1 loss, and 2 draws. Truax is scheduled to fight again on an ESPN Friday night fight card July 25th against Derek Ennis in Chicago. The Hall of Fame banquet will be held in October. It's a guy you don't want to climb in the ring.
No. Thanks a
But
lot.
a very nice guy outside.
Thanks, John. Still ahead, we unfurl a new summer adventure.
Kids get to know the ropes at Medicine Lake when we come back.
School's been out for summer for about a month, but there's no reason for a kid to be bored.
Now, local cities and the Three Rivers Parks District offer a long list of summer camps.
Why don't you go and get them ready on the Hobies?
One popular camp in Plymouth teaches young people how to sail. The Northern Breezes Youth Sailing Camp has set sail on Medicine Lake since 2005. Kids are able to get right on the water and learn how to make a boat, even go against the wind.
What we're trying to do is instill confidence that they can actually sail the boat right away. So we give them real easy tacks to sail with the wind coming right across, and they come around and back again. And we get them working that way, and then we get them working upwind and downwind, which are a little trickier.
Instructors are also out on the water in chase boats, giving tips and ensuring safety. This is just one of many summer day camps that's offered by Three Rivers. They run now through the end of August, and some camps are guaranteed to get kids muddy as they investigate wildlife around streams. Others are focused on specific groups of kids, like an outdoor adventure skills camp that's designed especially for kids with autism. And there's still time to sign up for many of these camps, but I think the sailing camp is pretty cool.
Beautiful, yeah, gorgeous weather
Had a
for
great
it
day
too.
for that, yeah. That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here at 4. Community Corners coming up next.